We encounter them every day. They might be your boss, a dating partner, or even a family member. I'm talking about the people who are completely self-focused and full of themselves, the narcissists. They seem to be everywhere these days. There's not much we can do about the widespread prevalence of narcissists. The real question is, how in the hell can we deal with narcissists? How can we protect our own emotional health? In this video, I will talk about what narcissism means and how you can effectively deal with them, even when you can't avoid them in your daily life. Number 1, don't think you can help. You see, people who become trapped in professional, casual, or romantic relationships with narcissists all make the same first mistake, believing that they can be influential enough in the narcissist's life to enact change to their personality. After identifying that a person is a narcissist, they believe that they can force that person to change through positive reinforcement or encouragement. The unfortunate truth is that according to licensed clinical psychologist Deanne Grande, a narcissist will only change if it serves his or her purpose. While this does suggest that a narcissist can change, what does it mean exactly? Narcissists exist in their own ecosystems. Everything around them is designed to feed their own ego needs, the need for power, the need for affirmation, and the need to feel special. They have an intense inability to see the world the way that non-narcissists do, which is why they simply can't change the way other people might grow or evolve. Personal growth generally comes about through hardship, reflection, and a true desire to change. It requires an individual to look inside themselves, recognize their weaknesses or flaws, and demand better for themselves. But these are all actions narcissists are incapable of performing. Their entire lives are designed around ignoring self-reflection and self-criticism, and forcing them to change by normal means requires forcing them to act against their nature. Instead, if you find yourself entangled with a narcissist, your first response, if possible, should be an immediate retreat. Save yourself the trouble and prioritize your own happiness and sanity. In many cases, you might not have a choice, so when you do, get out now. Number 2, play along or leave. Another common mistake people make is that they think, I just need them to look in a mirror and it will force them to change. Many of us mishandle narcissists simply because we do not put ourselves in their shoes. We fail to realize or acknowledge the truths that make up the foundations of a narcissist's reality. We believe that by describing to them or showing them their behavior, we can shame them into changing. After all, this is the way we would react. But narcissists are not unaware of the way they act. In a majority of cases, narcissists are blissfully aware of their behavior as well as the reputation of their behavior. According to the researchers, narcissists convince themselves of two things to cope with society's negative perception of them. Instead, you would save more time and energy by simply playing along with narcissism. According to clinical psychologist Al Bernstein, the only way to truly communicate with a narcissist is to pretend to admire them as much as they admire themselves. If you refuse to play by their rules, you will trigger something psychologists refer to as narcissistic injury, in which the narcissist will make your life as miserable as they can make it. Instead of trying to fix it, see if you can play along and live with it. The answer to this will depend on how intertwined your life is with the narcissist, as well as how deeply narcissistic your narcissist is. Number 3, invoke the crowd. It works better to attack the narcissist's strongest source of drive and motivation, the absolute need to look good. According to a team of researchers from the University of Alabama, narcissists are prone to shame, highly neurotic, and cling to others, afraid of rejection. They become most vulnerable not when they feel a sense of shame from one concerned individual or even a few, but when they feel that their entire community is displeased with them. Invoke their community, show them that people around them are losing faith in their abilities, that they no longer are respected or admired at a large scale, and make them reach these conclusions on their own, rather than saying it to them out straight. The more naturally they come to these conclusions themselves, the more of an impact it will make. And this community displeasure shouldn't be anger, but disappointment. Narcissists see anger as an irrational emotional reaction from people who don't understand them. Disappointment, however, is viewed as a much more personal reaction to their behavior. Remember, a narcissist will never feel guilt the way most of us do. They feel shame. Number 4, redirect their narcissistic energy. You've read all the articles and you've listened to all the advice. You've tried everything there is to try, but no matter what, the narcissist in your life simply won't change. You are resigned to the fact that your narcissist is one of the bad ones, a hopeless case that will require years of therapy to ever have a chance of changing. While it may feel disappointing to concede that someone's narcissism might never change, there is another way to look at it. Narcissism doesn't have to manifest negatively. Narcissists don't think about the good actions or bad actions. They care about their investment and their return. While this generally manifests in selfish and short-sighted behavior, this can be redirected positively towards the community. Narcissists have more opportunity than ever before to be rewarded for their good behavior. With social media, it has never been easier for a narcissist to draw attention to themselves for acting in service of others. Some writers refer to this as empathy theatre, in which narcissists compete with one another for social attention and recognition. They may do this through charity events, helping NGOs, or other traditional altruistic social deeds. And this is how you can best redirect the energy of this forever narcissist in your life. Nudge them towards good causes and help them realize that their participation and contributions would make them more appreciated than ever before. With the right audience, any narcissist can fall in love with the act of doing good deeds, even if their actions aren't as selfless as they seem.